The Selma Police Department in Alabama is investigating a homicide that happened on Thursday morning. At around 8:30 a.m. on the 2nd of March, authorities responded to a report of shots fired in the area of Division Street and Dexter Avenue. When officers arrived at the scene, they found a silver Chevrolet near the intersection with an unresponsive man in the driver's seat with gunshot wounds. Paramedics were called to the scene, however he was unable to be saved. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene by the Dallas County coroner, and he was identified as 20-year-old Quintaris Perkins, who lived nearby. Police Chief Kenta Fulford said that Quintaris appeared to have been shot while driving down Division Street before crashing into a utility pole. No further details have been released at this time, and the case remains under investigation. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania police is investigating a shooting that left a man dead on Wednesday in the city's Arlington Heights neighborhood. At about 5:45 p.m. on the 1st of March, officers responded to ShopSpotter alert for 10 rounds of gunfire at 3144 Cordell Place. When they arrived, they found an unresponsive man with multiple gunshot wounds lying on the ground in a courtyard. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The Allegheny County Medical Examiner's Office identified the victim as 35-year-old Tamont Terrell Williams Brown of Pittsburgh. Detectives recovered a gun nearby, and the city's mobile crime unit processed the scene. The motive behind the shooting is unclear, and the police have not released information on a suspect. The New York Police Department is investigating the robbery of 2 delis and the fatal shooting of a man. At around 11:30 p.m. on Friday the 3rd of March, the gunman entered the Joanna Gilmer Deli and Grocery Store at 201 East 81st Street in Manhattan, demanding cash before shooting a 67-year-old worker in the head. The suspect then fled the scene on a scooter and headed southbound on 3rd Avenue. The victim was declared dead at the scene. 30 minutes later, the suspect turned up in the Bronx and entered the Yaya Deli and Grill store at 851 Melrose Avenue. The suspect held the worker at gunpoint before taking off with an undisclosed amount of cash. Police believe both cases are connected, as the suspect was wearing a white hazmat suit and a black mask during each incident. No arrests have been made, and the investigation is ongoing. A Spring, Texas woman is behind bars after leaving her 2 children home alone. At around 6 p.m. on Tuesday the 28th of February, Harris County deputies responded to the 19,700 block of Enchanted Oats Drive on a report of a 4-year-old wandering around the streets alone. When deputies arrived, they found the child in the middle of the road crying and only wearing a t-shirt and underwear. They found the child's home, but there was no adult present. As the deputies made their way into the home, they found a 1-year-old child laying in bed with soiled linen. The child was covered in urine and laying in feces. Inside of the house was disheveled, filthy, and the children had no food. Eventually, the children's mother, 30-year-old Aisha Brown, arrived at the home and told investigators that she left her 2 children alone for about 10 minutes to run errands. She was arrested and charged with 2 counts of child abandonment with intent to return. She's held at the Harris County Jail with a bond set at $20,000. The children were taken to a local hospital for evaluation and are in Child Protective Services custody. 34-year-old Brittany Sanders of Spring, Texas is behind bars after allegedly shooting a 6-year-old boy while several middle school girls fought near her home. On the night of Thursday, the 2nd of March, Harris County deputies responded to a report of a shooting in the 6100 block of Cypress Green Drive. When deputies arrived, they learned that a 6-year-old boy had been shot in the arm and thigh, and his mother brought him to a local hospital. Upon further investigation, deputies learned that the middle school girls were fighting, and Brittany came out of her home and allegedly fired a warning shot into the air. She then reportedly fired a few shots towards the girl's car as they went back inside the vehicle. As a result, the 6-year-old boy who was inside the car was shot twice. Brittany is believed to be the mother of one of the girls involved in the fight. Brittany was arrested and booked into the Harris County Jail for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Her bond has not yet been set. The investigation into the matter continues.